What issues in the Metro East have caught your attention that really concern you, and how would you approach them?
Well, there's a few things. First of all, our school funding system has not been fair to this part of the state. We have to improve our school funding system so it's not punishing Metro East school districts. We have to fix our tax system. I mean, let's be real about this. Our tax system is basically written by the very rich for the very rich, and regions like this have been harmed by it. And then the last thing I would say is that for way too long, Illinois has looked away from this region when it comes to job creation. We haven't made the needed investments to actually allow job growth that we need in this part of the state. And so you have got to figure out a way to change the attitude in Springfield so money gets put in these communities that will enable them to thrive. The last thing I would say is there's a lot of concern, obviously, for a giant border community like this. In fact, it's really a community that is in some sense just split by the state line. There's concern about competitiveness and the system that we have in Illinois, where our tax code is so property tax heavy, which means that it's so biased against small businesses and against middle class people, has made it easy for a lot of people I know to cross the river, where there's lower property taxes. It's made it easier for entrepreneurs to start businesses across the river. That's crazy. That's crazy, and that's all because we don't have the guts to ask millionaires and billionaires to pay their share. If we did that properly, we could have a tax system that would actually be competitive with Missouri.
If you're elected, you may be working with Speaker Mike Madigan. Why do you think you could work with Speaker Madigan?
You know, Mike Madigan's been there too long. Mike Madigan's too powerful. That's holding the state back. Frankly, it's holding the Democratic Party back too. And when I was first elected, one of the first things I did was put in a constitutional amendment that says you can't be Speaker or Senate President or minority leader of either house for more than 10 years because I just didn't think it made sense for someone to stay in longer and longer and accrue that much power without being accountable to the voters of the whole state. But I've also been able to work with him because I'm willing to work with anybody. I'm willing to work with anybody, and I don't choose to have personal fights. And what I know is that the agenda that we need to enact for the rest of us, an agenda of fair taxes and fair school funding, is an agenda that people across Illinois are ready to fight for. And if people fight, their state representatives will move in their way, and that's how we move Madigan along with them.